It is currently July 6th, and with no ruling on the Ripple SEC lawsuit, people are beginning to question the fact that why is Judge Torres not deciding on whether Ripple or the SEC will win in the summary judgment fair notice defense. Specifically, since on January 18th of 2023, Ripple's CEO stated that he is optimistic on a ruling that will come as a result of the Ripple SEC lawsuit and projected a timeline for that judgment to happen between the first half of 2023. And on May 25th of 2023, Ripple's CEO also expected a court ruling on the SEC Ripple case to happen in weeks and not months. So what is actually taking Judge Torres a really long time to decide whether she wants to rule with Ripple or against Ripple, specifically since the entire summary judgment motion has been cleared and all the documents have been briefed? Well, we spoke to an analyst, and to summarize to you guys his response, we decided to make this short video that is going to give you guys the detailed points as to exactly why Judge Torres is delaying the result of the SEC Ripple lawsuit so that she doesn't actually have to make judgment. We will then jump into a detailed price analysis and summarize this video with our final take on the SEC Ripple lawsuit and when we believe it will actually end off and we will get a ruling. So if you could take the time to just quickly tap that like button, subscribe to the channel with your post notifications for more videos like this, and share this video to your friends and family. As well as don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section, as I'm always reading and responding to your comments, and watch this video until the end. That being said, let's jump straight into the video. So a couple days ago, an article was released stating the importance of the Ripple SEC lawsuit within regards to the entire economy of the United States of America. Additionally, a prominent, well-known lawyer within the crypto space called John E. Deaton has also affirmed the fact that the importance of Judge Annalise Torres' ruling in the SEC vs. Ripple lawsuit is crucial to the entirety of the crypto ecosystem. And this is actually quite substantial for even just Torres herself, as she's never actually handled a case like this that will impact the entirety of the economic stability of the United States of America. And she's stuck between two corners. On one end of things, her payment provider or her payroll is coming from the Securities and Exchange Commission. And she works under the same exact government as the SEC, under the Democratic Party. By ruling against the SEC, she's going ahead and deeming all of the lawsuits that the SEC just did, including the Coinbase lawsuit, the Binance lawsuit, and all the lawsuits that the SEC has filed and deemed as security, all irrelevant and out of place. Which would be devastating for the SEC, as it would make them lose a lot of money for the false lawsuits, and it would make them lose a majority of the cases that they have just recently filed. And the SEC knows this as well. In fact, in a recent statement by another lawyer called Mr. Huber, he wrote to clarify once again, every day that passes between the disclosure of the Hinman emails and the classification of them by a court is a +1 for everyone's fair notice defense. Something that may make sense to you, but would be disservice to the credibility of the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. He also stated that it would be an advantage for the SEC, as every single day that is delayed and that Judge Torres delays her ruling on the Hinman emails and on the overall result of summary judgment becomes a stronger argument for her decision that it was influenced by the public's reaction. And as stated earlier, the SEC knows this and is putting even more pressure by going ahead and continuously doing these lawsuits, undermining her as Judge Torres and making her decision in the Ripple SEC lawsuit even more pressurized, as her decision is going to impact not just this Ripple SEC lawsuit, but the entirety of the crypto market. Which means she could actually face a lot of scrutiny by other government entities if she does a decision that is not in their favor. On the other side of things, if Judge Torres rules with the SEC against Ripple, she's going to get a lot of hate from the public, as the evidence has shown quite clearly that even if she believes truly that the SEC is correct in deeming XRP as security, there was no clear clarity and there was no fair notice aspect to the entirety of this lawsuit, because the William Hinman emails proved that even the SEC internally had disagreed and had acknowledged the fact that it is going to cause a disturbance and it's going to cause misinformation and unclear regulation as to what cryptocurrencies are securities and not, by the William Hinman speech that he gave in 2018, deeming Ethereum a non-security. Public disruption and public annoyance is going to trigger voters to not vote for the Democratic Party, as the SEC is actually a government appointed entity. So the SEC chairman is actually appointed by the Biden administration, and so they're going to lose votes by the SEC not having any more credibility, additionally decreasing the credibility of the entire United States litigation system, as the litigation system is always going to side with any other government entity, even if the evidence is against the actual government. So she's going to get a lot of scrutiny from the public if she votes with the SEC, and if she votes with Ripple, she's going to get a lot of scrutiny from the government and other government institutions. So either way, she is going to get a lot of backlash. But there actually is one way that she could get out of it, or actually two ways that we'll discuss. Matter of fact, this is the most prominent reason as to why Judge Torres is not deciding on a ruling between Ripple and the SEC. Congress. It is quite clear that Congress actually plans to eventually go ahead and bring in the clear regulatory clarity that the United States of America is missing. So why would Judge Torres even decide a ruling that would impact the market so much when she could just delay this lawsuit as much as she can until finally Congress somehow or some way decides to make a ruling, give that regulatory clarity, and then she could go ahead and make her decision based on Congress. And then if she has to rule against the SEC, then she can clearly say that I was just following Congress law. And again, it would work the other way around. If she were to have to rule against Ripple, then she could just say that she was doing this because Congress's policies that were put in place. And so what she's trying to do here is delay this lawsuit as much as she can to try and give Congress time to go ahead and pass a bill that gives clear clarity as to what ruling she should go on and who should she rule with. Again, this lawsuit is really out of her pay grade, and she doesn't really do these lawsuits. She handles low class or middle class and criminal cases. So she hasn't really touched anything and is probably quite panicking that she has to make a massive decision that is going to impact the entire economic level of the United States of America. And once again, this has been made clear by her emphasis, and even the previous judge an emphasis, Judge Sarah Netburn, to which they keep on telling Ripple and the SEC to meet and confer to resolve this lawsuit so that it doesn't continue on through the litigation phase, because they don't want to have to make the call that impacts the entire economy of the United States. Alright, now before we jump into the deep analysis for the price of the current crypto market in XRP, let's go ahead and actually roll the sponsor of today's video. Now before we move further into this video, if you're trying to make yourself a ton of XRP by staking it, you have to use Dexpool, which is linked in the description. Now I do want to say that they just sponsored this video, but they are actually one of the greatest platforms that I personally use to stake my XRP, and I've been staking with them for some time. Now keep in mind, they give you your profits every single 8 hours and have over $386 million in total protocol liquidity, and that's increasing on a daily basis. They also have over 383 pairs and feature all of the top cryptocurrencies, including some of these smaller ones as well, so you can basically stake any cryptocurrency that you hold. And to top it off, for you guys, they're doing a 100 XRP liquidity bonus, in which you get a 10-day liquidity bonus. The offer is limited, and make sure you guys take advantage of this. Again, the link is down in the description. They have a bunch of options like top up, withdraw, and view your transactions, and it is extremely simple to do all of this, and you can actually complete it in only a few clicks. I personally have not only been able to withdraw my profits, but also my initial investment, and they allow you to unlock your liquidity at any point in time and reap the rewards still that you have gained, so you basically don't lose. That being said, make sure you guys do use the link in the description, and let's get right back into the video. Quick market analysis for you guys. So generally we are in the red today, but don't take that as a disappointing trend, because generally if we look at the 1 week pattern, everything is up, including XRP. So it is very bullish. We do see some bullish momentum specifically for Bitcoin. It actually has an increase in the market volume. So there's been an increase in volume here. We did hit recently a high of 31, which is actually fantastic, 31,263. We did say that if it did break 31,800, then we're going to see a major breakout into probably around 35,000, 36,000. But we didn't see that happen. We've seen actually a retracement bringing Bitcoin down to around the 30,100. Generally still very bullish on this. This is, I think, a retracement. I think we're going to continue on the uptrend soon, and then we'll see another breakout, which again could go up, could go down, but I think we are overall very bullish on the market. It does still look very good. And looking at what we see here right now, like you have, coins up around 56% in the last week. So if you had invested into basically almost any cryptocurrency, you'd actually be up from last week. So again, very good chart patterns, very good in terms of market cap. There's a lot of money flowing within the crypto market, and there seems to be a lot more that is going to flow specifically after the BlackRock announcement. So all of this is showing very positive news for the crypto space, very bullish for XRP, very bullish for all the ISO 222 coins. And again, we are looking at Fed now, which is going to be releasing, I think, July 20th. So that's a date that you guys should mark on your calendar. That's the end of the market analysis for the day. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you haven't already, followed me on all my social media platforms, which are linked in the description. Do so now, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.